All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakar Kadash, double honors to apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And it ain't gonna be no video, but this is more so going into what I've been seeing, because with the YouTube algorithm, it'll pop up what they want you to see, right? And for some reason, well, I can't say for some reason. We already know the reason. The on my channel, and I'm pretty sure this is going on various other brothers' channels, but from the algorithm changed on mine to where they showing more um Israel Hamas, that because that's all that's been popping up on my stuff. Which number one is telling you that they're trying to get people geared up on their mind for war. You got a lot of people upset and all this other stuff. Why else would they be over here dividing who sides with who, right? And a lot of the American people ain't even really going over there to fight for it. So why they protesting about it, right? But that's the mindset. The mindset is always to ride during the day, and or as the scripture says, that's how these people carry it, right? But what I'm also noticing even more frequently is the is there's a religion war as well, because you got um what is it? As of lately, I've been seeing Palestinians started. I'm sorry, the the the, the ish people has been attacking them. Now the Palestinians are attacking the Christians, and now the Muslims are attacking the Christians. And that's the funny part. You got two niggas going at each other at that point, because this is the land of confusion at this point. You got a whole bunch of nonsense with this. But before I go any further with it, this is Jeremiah 10:2. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Right? And there's been a series of events that's been going on left and right, and it's especially with the media that's been kicking in. Even though we know the rats are in charge of it, but the Lord is the one that's ultimately in control, ultimately, right? And a lot of these signs, especially with the Lord showing us these chariots, and it's been showing all over the world, really. And I guarantee you, the heathens are dismayed at it, because in that spirit, they know what time it is. In the Esau spirit, he knows what time it is. That's why he's trying to push all these different plans and agendas that he has, but especially for the NWO. Well, we see where things are leading up to, right? We see a whole lot of where the things are going, right? So I'm gonna get this. No, that was another one I wanted to get. So I get. Let me see. Oh, right here. Let me see. Yep, that's the one. This is Second Peter 2:13. It says, "And shall receive the reward of righteous." Sorry, let me start over. And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to ride in the daytime, spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. And that's even with our people a lot of times, because they be the same ones in doing all the dumb stuff, and they'll laugh and smile in your face, and the whole time they ready to shoot you or take something or steal something from you. But this even goes with with all these different things that happens inside this place, because they did these demons, as I like to call these heathens, are just they're just doing that thing, trying to use any way to get money out off of all this stuff. But guess what? Even as I did a video, I think a couple days onto this, who you think is really funding these movements or protesters to do all this stuff? How you think BLM became so popular? They got money off of it. and it was getting funded by George Soros. But who's funding? We'll find out who's funding this eventually, because all things come out, right? So with all the things that's going on, we're seeing what it's going to lead up to. Because if you think about it, especially with this whole war going on, and it could possibly lead to World War III, even though we're technically in it. If it's not this one, it's going to be the next one. If not that one, it's going to be the next one. We all know it's going to end up leading to that. But the same thing with this whole religion war that's going on, they're gonna end up eventually coming towards us with some dumb shit. But what that's going to lead it to is it's going to eventually be some type of quote unquote terrorist attack. Who they gonna point the fingers to? Us, because they ultimately know who we are. Didn't them heathens know who we are, but better than our own people know who they are, right? They don't want us coming back in power. So in a religion war, they'll be quick to throw us under the bus. But they need something to really spark off in this place for all these shutdowns to happen, for all the things that happen to place us on terrorist attack, and so on and so forth, right? So they want to plan something, and they want to. That's the agenda to get us out of the way, because a spiritual war is greater than a physical war. Because with the spiritual war, if you know the truth, you have access to a whole lot of stuff that these devils don't want us showing out there. The last thing they want us to know is who we are, right? So this is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened," right? So when you, especially with all the things that's going on, like for example, when that that crown virus hit, a lot of jobs went down. Even though jobs started picking back up after the shutdown was done and over with. But who's to say they won't do it again? It don't even have to be with a disease. It could be, as they say, a terrorist attack, right? But you look at our people today. No one's being happy. You anywhere you go, you see in people all upset and everything, especially with their eyes locked into the media. They found any and every trend, just like the BLM, just like this whole Israel Hamas thing, where people's set up in the same society to choose which one they side with. So you know that this place is screwed either way. So, and that with each different event going on, because that's all this is just one big event. You have our people minds locked and loaded into something that's not even any worth of any worth. But that's where we separate our events, right? That's where we separate our events to where we are locked and loaded into something much more beneficial, and that's what Esau doesn't want. That's why he wants us entrapped into the media, to follow what these other people are doing. He wants us to pick a side with Hamas or these you-ish people. He doesn't want us being Israelites, but it's to get, see, and that media is a powerful thing, because it can, if you're not strong in the faith, it can get you caught up commenting, yeah, this is these people shouldn't do this, this and that. Well, we know it's the Lord ultimately doing this. Why? Because it's a sign of heaven. Because with this sign, as we see it, we know we know that World War III is ready to be spoken of, or just ready to be signaled. Yeah, we are officially in this hole. We are officially fighting in World War III, is what they want, as they say. Then we know things are about to get real ugly, because we need the MOTB to happen so we can get out of here. We need this place to shut down. We need the dollar to collapse. We need all these things to happen so we can get out of here, right? That is the main key. This is the perfect thing about prophecy is once it's spoken, it's going to happen. That's what Esau puts in his movies, right? You have some crazy guy speaking all these prophecies, and everybody's ignoring it until this stuff really happens, and they're like, "Oh shit, he was right." It's too late then. But see, this is the same thing. They can ignore us, they can walk by us all they want, but these prophecies are still true. That's why the Lord wakes up who He wants to wake up, because this place is in a rude awakening, as they say, right? So we get this last scripture right here. This is Isaiah 34:1. It says, Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. Right? Oh shit! I just realized what was at the bottom of this. It says prisoners need Bibles. And see, it wasn't bad enough they wanted to indoctrinate us with with Islam inside the prisons. Now they wanted to indoctrinate Christianity inside them too. Right? So that just adds on to more craziness. Now, this is verse 2. It says, For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. See the key words. It said all nations. That word all, especially for this particular topic, is talking about all these powers that's above us, that runs over us, that makes money off of us, right? And to keep and do what they want with us. Yeah. It says, He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. See, this is what the Lord's going to do, especially in that day. It says, Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of the carcass, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Right? I'm going to jump down to verse 5. It says, For my sword it shall bathe in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse, to judgment. So all this is not some just one big coincidence. Things, see, when it comes to empire, an empire falls over time, not overnight. And as we see it, we're seeing it fall over time, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So the Lord has gathered all these nations ready to be pissed off. Because you look at over the past, I don't know, 4 years, maybe even 3. You done had a spark of war with every nation already. Now what happens when they all get together to fight each other, especially when they come against this place? That's prophecy. But that's all I wanted to go into. So, Lord one, this is a little bit edifying with that. Shalom.